creatine, or creatine monohydrate to be specifically, and why you should take it. First, a quick intro. Have you ever been exhausted, fatigued, performed poorly in your sport, have poor recovery? All of these are a list of other symptoms can be included for a lack of adequate creatine. Put simply, creatine is 3 natural amino acids that are already found within people and within what you eat. You use it daily for activities, and it's obtained through meats, and typically higher in red meats. It provides energy to muscles during peak performance or recovery, and has a whole host of other benefits that are less concrete. It requires exercise to simply enhance natural effects that already are working individually. Problem. First, there's a need. People need creatine, that's a fact, and people need more of it. Active young adults, but everyone should be in a surplus to receive the best benefits from creatine, similar to water or anything else like protein intake. American adults are severely lacking the recommended daily intake from creatine, as the National Library of Medicine published a study in 2021 concluding that 65% of over 4,000 participants were calculated to have levels below recommendation. This becomes especially important for each and every one of you because 77% of this class plays a college sport and 100% works out at least weekly. You are missing out on energy and a bunch of other benefits I'm going to go into shortly. Moreover, 94% of teens said depression and anxiety are a problem, and 70% a major one among their peers, according to Pew Research Center. Over 315 million people today suffer from major depressive disorder, according to Science Direct. That ties into my next point, the solution. How do we fix this? A start to the problem, or a start to the solution for this problem, is 3 to 5 grams of creatine daily. It does not matter if it's powder, gummy, chew, or whatever. It just matters that it's actually what it says it is. And by that, I mean creatine monohydrate and most supplements aren't monitored or recommended by the FDA. So for this one example, it's, as you can see here, it's backed and third-party tested. So that means it's basically tested by an outside source to verify it is what it says it is. And it's incredibly cheap. It's got 60 servings for 18 bucks. It's less than 50 cents a day. It's basically like buying 3 things from Starbucks, and it's incredibly more beneficial. It's also important to note that increased water intake when on creatine is also recommended for the best benefits, and supplements can be difficult because often people feel uninformed, like it's too much work, or they just don't see the benefits. But in creatine, that's simply not the case and not an excuse. Effects. However, none of these are the case with creatine, and you can move forward into energy and enhanced performance. Moreover, creatine can help to eliminate the near constant fatigue and drain that weighs on young adults today, as we work more and sleep less than any generation. For example, in a study done by Koei University in Japan in 2025, MVC, or maximum voluntary contraction, recovered approximately 18.5% more in the creatine group than in the placebo group at 48 hours post-exercise. And muscle fatigue scores were reduced by up to 25%, indicating that creatine intake not only has statistically significant effects, but also that these are meaningful in practical terms, end quote. What this means is that creatine increases your recovery and your maximal output during your workouts by what I just said, 18.5 to 25%. This is huge for recovery standpoint, day to day, just getting through your day. And it's also important for all of you, as I know a lot of you are in college athletics. Creatine also has studies to support it reduces the risk of Alzheimer's, depression symptoms, increases recovery, maximal muscle strength, decreases diseases like Parkinson's, and reduces effect of sarcopenia or the loss of muscle mass / bone density with age, as reported by Springer Nature in a 2024 study. A study by Science Direct also linked daily creatine use to decrease symptoms of depression. Creatine is throughout your whole body, it's in your brain, and it affects all of your functions, not only muscle mass, but cognitive functions as well. Creatine lacks proven drawbacks, and that leads into my conclusion. Creatine lacks proven drawbacks and elicits physical and mental benefits that conclude habitual creatine monohydrate use to be a baseline. Taking creatine is necessary because we live in a generation that works harder, trains harder, sleeps less than ever before. Poor nutritional diet and a lack of quality options compound this issue. Most people are running on empty without even knowing it. To get the creatine that you need, or to get above as you should, you need to intake about 2 pounds of red meat, which most people aren't doing on a day-to-day basis. Daily activities are constantly depleting our creatine stores, and this gap between recommendation and reality grows and slows recovery, leads to fatigue, and reduces performance both physically and mentally. The need for this product has never been greater, both in time and audience alike. Thank you for your time, and here is my work statement.